Conscious morning. I appreciate the patience. For those of you all watching this recorded, I do start a couple minutes around 10 a.m. Central, so plus or minus, just a heads up on that. Welcome to those of you joining right now. Let's start off with some gratitude. So, what is something you are grateful for in this present moment? You can comment it, maybe say it out loud, up to you, however you'd like. And also, how are you this present moment? Without too much of, let's say, analysis of digging, Starshine Dreams, my family, I love that. Thank you for sharing. Just an observation is going to be fine. So, for how you are, for example, I feel excited right now. I feel excited. I've started a new YouTube channel and I've been making videos there. Made my first video yesterday. Plan to get more content in today. So I'm excited. I'm excited right now because I'm excited. So yeah, comment down. Okay. Well, I appreciate you sharing that. Also, do you have a name that you'd prefer? Starshine Dreams? I could stick to Starshine if you want, uh, but just let me know. Thank you so much. Yeah, let me know if there's another name that you'd prefer I use, or I can stick to Starshine. Okay. And the AC just turned on, so I'm going to quickly turn that off. Give me 1 second, please. Alrighty, so I'm back. We will start in the next, let's say, minute or two. Give people a chance to start hopping in. And in the meantime, I would encourage you all to start practicing some more gratitude. So, as you breathe in, think of something you're grateful for. Essentially, after each breath, think of something you're grateful for. And if you want to think about the same thing, that's also fine. But the focus here is going to be gratitude. Awesome. Alrighty, so let's get right into it. I appreciate you sharing those things. Start trying again. Glad you're here. What I love to see in people, and that's what I'm seeing in you, is that regardless of how we are, it's the striving for that makes the biggest difference. So that's the key. Sometimes, yes, we don't have complete control over how we are now specifically, but what we can do is accept it, but then strive and have that desire to better ourselves or something else externally. It doesn't matter, but the striving is the key. And to have that desire to improve is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So I'm glad that you're here. I know you're striving, and you're a striver. So let's first start some recommendations here. These aren't concrete rules per se, but just some recommendations, which is to sit with your back straight, face tilted up. If you're sitting on the ground, cross legged is cool. If not, on the chair or on the couch, right ankle over left. Ideally, you want to have your right ankle over left. Hands open like this on your lap. Back straight, face tilted up. And let's start by taking some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. 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 And now let us start taking some regular breath. Close the eyes, so you haven't closed the eyes already. So as you breathe in from the nose, you're going to breathe out from the nose. Regular breathing. Now I want you to sit with this for just a bit. Realize that everything is temporary. So without thinking too much about how long this is going to be, I want you to just sit still, breathing normally, not really having much of an instruction. Just sit still. Now we're going to draw the attention towards your breath. Find the spot of rising and falling sensation of breath. This can be the nose, the chest, stomach. Wherever you find that spot of rising and falling breathing sensation, just draw the attention there. Once you find the spot of rising and falling breathing sensation, I want you to just very simply focus on that spot. Just focus on that spot. Focus on that spot. Notice how as you inhale, the body gets big as it expands. And then notice how when you exhale, the body gets small as it contracts. Just take notice of those things. Now, if it helps, you can start a count. So as you breathe in, count 1. As you breathe out, count 2. As you breathe in, count 3. As you breathe out, count 4. Continue the count till 10. Once you reach 10, we'll go back to 1. And continue that cycle. Take your time. Take your time. And only do this as an assist if you need. If you don't need the count assist, then you can focus on your breath and just very simply use that focus. I find counting helps as an assist. So again, as you breathe in, eyes closed, count 1. As you exhale, count 2. Inhale, 3. Exhale, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1. And continue, right? Continue the cycle at your own pace. Take your time. Realize something important, which is that it is very normal and natural to get distracted, whether it's by your thoughts, feelings, sounds, feelings that are either physical or emotional. Just realize that every time you are aware that you have been distracted, is when you are not distracted because you're aware in that moment of where you're at. So use those moments to really just be especially grateful because that's when you're truly fully present. Another way of putting this is when you're realizing that you are not present is actually when you are fully present. So use it as a practice. Be nice to yourself, be gentle, and continue the practice at your own pace. We got this. For those of you joining, we are very simply just staying where we are, focusing on our breath, and counting the breaths. As you inhale, counting one. As you exhale, counting two. And continuing that cycle till you reach 10, and then going back to one, and continuing that cycle at your own pace. And realizing that every time you get distracted is when you realize that you're not really distracted because you're fully aware. So in those moments, be kind to yourself. And it's just like a mental exercise, honestly, at that point. Although the point of this is to go a little deeper than just the mental exercise, it's the awareness that we're trying to grow. But just be aware of that as you continue that cycle. And if you have any questions, feel free to chat it. Seems like we have someone else new. For those of you already here, continue your practice. Just a reminder to those of you all joining, we are very simply focusing on the breath and counting our breaths till 10, continuing that cycle, and being kind to ourselves every time we get distracted. That's all. You got this. Just a reminder, in case you've been distracted, very gently let go of that and bring the focus back to the breath, back to the count. Now we're going to gently let go of that focus. Keep the eyes closed, but just let go of that focus and let the mind do whatever it wants to do. If it wants to think, let it think. If it wants to rest, let it rest. Let the mind just be. Now let's slowly take your time here. Take your time. At your own pace, you're going to open your eyes. Take your time. Take your time. Thank you so much for being here, striving for deepening this awareness of yours. I'll be here for the next moment to answer any questions, comments, concerns. Thank you, Lillian. Thank you so much for being here today. Just a general heads up, I don't always start exactly on the dot with the time, so it's usually a couple minutes before or after. So just moving forward for you to know. But thank you so much. With that, make this a great day. Take a joy for its day. Conscious ecstasy.